In Parshat Behar, God gives Moses some advice on a rather unexpected subject: sustainable farming practices. At first, this doesn't seem like a very logical thing for the Torah to talk about. Specifically, Behar comes in the wake of some very unflower bed-like ideas. Like last week in Parshat Emor, we learned about the rules for priests, how to celebrate the holidays, and the killing of blasphemers. Pretty heavy stuff. Whereas salads, on the other hand, are, well, light and delicious. It comes as quite a curveball when God tells Moses that the children of Israel will farm the land for 6 years straight and then take the 7th year off as a year of rest. Moses and the people are in the desert. There is no water, let alone mineral-rich soil, seeds, and all the other good stuff needed to start a farm. But the Torah is always looking ahead with long-term plans. So once the people have land, God says to grow fruits, vegetables, and till the ground for 6 years. Enjoy all the wonderful bounty that comes out of the land and savor the taste of this freshly grown food. Then, on the 7th year, stop. For the 7th year shall be a year of complete rest for the land. There will be no growing of wheat, no harvesting grapes for wine, and all of the cultivation of the land will come to a complete halt. You can't own or sell anything. It will fall off the trees and the vines, and it must lie there for anyone's taking. You, your workers, your neighbors, and all the animals around. This 7th year will give the soil and the farmers a much-needed rest. Just like Shabbat, the 7th day, when humans are commanded to stop working and take a break, the land should do the same thing. The year of rest is called Shemitah, which literally means release, and refers to the full year of rest that occurs every 7th year. Also, after 7 cycles of 7 years, on the 50th year, there's a huge jubilee. In that year, which is like a Shabbat of Shabbats, not only can you not plant, sow, or reap from the soil, but all the plots of land go back to the original owner. The people are in the desert now, but in the future, God tells Moses, every family will receive a piece of land. Sure, you can rent or sell your plot, but when the Jubilee year rolls around, the land reverts back to those original owners. That way, no one ends up landless, and there will be no real landlords or tenants, only people with a 49-year rent agreement. Because really, God says, the land is mine. Behar's strict rules about Shemitah can be really confusing, but incorporating the ideas of rest and release into our lives is important. Farmers need to take the time to rest and sustain themselves, their bodies, and the soil they cultivate year after year. By physically taking a break from farming and tilling the land, this gives our bodies a chance to relax and recuperate. By letting the land rest, this gives the earth a chance to breathe deep and let the rays of sunshine and heavy raindrops penetrate into the soil. If you live near farmland or a farmer's market, you'll notice the seasonality of the crops and what's available at certain times of year. Once the nighttime gets cooler and the first frost comes, there are no more tomatoes on the vine and the strawberries are long gone. We'll have to wait patiently for those red fruits to magically reappear in the spring. By giving the land and the farmers a much-needed rest every 7th year, it helps us stop and greatly appreciate the earth, which holds the rich soil that provides us with precious food that comes out of the ground year after year.